Look for the Lord, everybody, everywhere. He Radhe Vraj Devi Ke Chalalite. He Nanda Suno Kutta. Where are you? Where are you, my dear Lord? My dear Radharani. Where are you? Crying. Said Goswamis were crying in loving separation from the Lord and Radharani. He Radhe Vrajadevi Ke Lalite. He Lalite. He Vishaka. Induleka Chitraleka. Sudevi Randevi. Vishaka. Induleka. So, Vrajadevi Ke Lalite. He Nanda Suno Kutta. Suno means son. He Nanda Suno. Suno means he dearmost of Nanda Maharaj. Kutta kaha ho? Vivalta. Very Viva. He Nanda Suno Kutta. Goshanta iti sarvato Vrajapuri. Goshana. Not where are you, but they were so much maddened by the intoxication of love, Radha Shyam Sundar. They would shout on the top of their voice, where are you? He Nanda Suno Kutta. Sri Govardhan Kalpa Pada Patale. Whether you are at the foothill of Govardhan, Kalindi Vanni Kutta, or are you on the bank of Jamuna? Kalindi Vanni Kutta. Goshanta iti sarvato Vrajapure. Goshana. Goshana, they were calling upon Radha Krishna at the top of their voice. Goshana. Goshanta iti sarvato Vrajapure. 84 kosh Vrajapure. Goshanta iti sarvato Vrajapure. Kheda, intense, dukha, intense, distressful, very distressful. Khedai. With the khed, they were shouting, where are you? Khedai. Goshanta iti sarvato Vrajapure. Khedai Mahavivalta. Mahavivalta. Helpless. I couldn't find darling of my heart. I couldn't find. Khedai Mahavivalta. Where can I find you? Where can I find you? So these kind of symptoms manifest. Chitta ka pigalna. The chitta द्रवीभूत होता है. मन बुद्धि अहंकार becomes very intense. प्रेमी भक्त का पिघलना. राधे व्रज देवी के चललिते. And then next verse is हे राधे व्रज देवी के जल। राधा कुंड तटे कालिंदी तनया तीरे च वंशी वटे। What is the word? Upper?
The one you spoke was the last one.
Oh, last one. नहीं, other one. Yes, I was right. हे राधे व्रज देवी के चलनी थे, हे नंद सुनो। So that's the same. And the other word? That's next word. That's last one. And one before? Okay. Okay. So that we will the chicken without head, So they're trying to look for Lord and Radharani in Rajapura. So this is Chitta Kapigalna. Just like Jiva Goswami writes that if you can't chant your good number of rounds, if you can't chant good rounds, 16 good rounds, then meaning not that you don't chant 16 rounds, you chant 16 rounds but not good. Then he says that you go to Braj, raise your hand in the sky, and then shout, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, where are you? Hare Hare, Govardhana Kalpata, Kalindi Vani Kutta, where are you? Just express your bow or false bow, whatever bow you have. Just express, I'm looking for you. I love you. So, in that terms, he's saying, put your hand just up in the air and shout. So, Chittaka Pigalna. So, the same example again and again. If your temperature is high, then that means he has a fever. So high temperature is the symptoms of fever. Similarly, somebody's chitta is emotional, chitta pigalna.
Pure consciousness, softness of
Pure consciousness, pigalna. So if somebody's mind, buddhi and ahankar becomes very low in love of Krishna, very low, insignificant, then that's the symptoms. That's the symptoms of love. चित्त की शुद्धता, second, चित्त की शुद्धता, that चित्त दर्पण मार्जनम, चित्त की शुद्धता, चित्त दर्पण मार्जनम, भव महादावाग्नि निर्वापणम, श्री गैरव चंद्रिक. So चित्त की शुद्धता, your consciousness becomes totally pure. No cheating propensity, yes.
It says, Chitta ki Shuddhata is a journey of refining one's inner being, moving from the state of impurity to the state of profound spiritual illumination.
Can you speak in microphone? चित्त की शुद्धता.
Chitta ki Shuddhata is a journey of refining one's inner being, moving from the state of mental impurity, turbulence, etc., to the one of more profound clarity of spiritual illumination, pure consciousness.
So Pramika Chitta ka Pigalna, let's read that. In English, it won't come out right, but let's go to English. How you flip over. Here. English, I'll pull out English. Melting of the devotee's heart in love. When divine love, Bhagavad Prem, awakens in a devotee's heart, he develops an intense longing to behold Lord Sri Krishna. When can I see you? Just as a rise in the body temperature indicates the presence of fever in the patient, similarly, when love arises in the heart, the devotee experiences sattvic vikar, involuntary bodily transformations such as tears, hair stand on end, trembling, and a change in complexion. These symptoms reveals that he is indeed a loving devotee of the Lord. So वैसे भी ब्राउन हो गए हम लोग. White से brown, brown से black हो जाएंगे. That's the symptoms. Changing body color. That's the symptoms of love, Krishna. Symptoms of prema bhakti. Purity of heart, just as gold is purified by smelting it in fire, similarly, the purification of a spiritual aspirant's heart takes place through the rising of sattvic vikar, ecstasy, bodily symptoms, ecstatic bodily symptoms in the devotee's body. Lord Sri Krishna himself says in the Bhagavatam 11:14-23, Katham vina roma harsham dravata chetasa vina vina anudasru kalaya sudyeda bhaktya vinasaya. If one's hairs do not stand on end, how can the heart melt? And if the heart does not melt, how can tears of love flow from the eyes? If one does not cry in spiritual happiness, how can one render loving service to the Lord? And without such service, how can the consciousness be purified? So this Ashtasattvic Vikar, of course it is, we are talking beyond our capacity here. Is Mahabhav and Radharani, all Sattvic, Ashtasattvic Vikar produces, and Radharani and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Madhvendra Puri, like that. So all this Ashtasattvic Vikar, some of them should manifest. That's the symptoms of prema. And symptoms of prem bhakta, premi bhakta, the emergence of divine quality in a devotee. So it manifests, not that he pretends or show up, but it just naturally manifests in his body, all this Ashtasattvic Vikar. And then he becomes a devotee who possesses all good qualities. All good qualities. Yasya asti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarvai gunais tatra samasate sura harao bhaktasya kuto mahadguna swarupena dhavato vahi. So yasya asti bhakti bhagavati bhakti, pure bhakti. Sri Krishna's pure bhakti. Yasya asti bhakti bhagavati akinchana Bhagavan Krishna. Sarvai gunais tatra samasate sura. In his heart, in his body, all the good qualities of demigods, sum total of all good qualities of demigods manifest in him. Not that he pushes them out, cry and then say I'm crying, or hair stands and so look, this is what happened to me, or something. It's natural for them. Yasya asti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarvai gunais tatra samasate sura harao bhaktasya kuto swarupena manorathena dhavato vahi. Yes.
Maharaj, the qualities, what those qualities are, Chaitanya Charitamrita describes them. Should I?
Okay.
Say?
Read.
It says, Shushil Sahishnu Shanta Vadanya Gambhir Madhur Vachan Madhur Cheshta Mahadhir. Shushil, well behaved. Sahishnu, tolerant. Shanta, peaceful. As you said, the first quality, you should have 10 kilo ice on the head. Shant. 10 kilo barf.
On the head.
And in one lecture you say, Dimag say, you say, cool in the head and sweet on the mouth. This should be the cool factory, and this should be the sweet factory. In one of the lectures. Sushil Sahishnu Shanta Vadanya Gambhir Madhur Vachan.
Palatable.
Sweet speaker.
Sweet.
Madhur Vachan, Madhur Cheshta. Madhur Cheshta means sweet endeavors. Your endeavor should be sweet. Then Mahadhir, completely sober. These are the few qualities which were being exhibited in Haridas Pandit, who was the main priest of Radha Govind temple in Vrindavan. Goswami temple. And then he says, Sabar Saman Karta. Sabar Saman Karta. Means, Saman Karta means he is respectful to all. Sabka Saman Karta. He respects everybody. Karena Sabar Hit. He does highest welfare for everyone. Sabar Hit. Kautilya Matsarya Himsa Na Jane Tahar Chit. He doesn't know Kautilya, which is diplomatic. Matsarya, jealousy. Matsarya, Himsa, envy. Himsa is translated envy by Prabhupada. Na Jane, he does not know. Tanar Chit, his heart. He was respectful to everyone, worked for the benefit of all. Diplomacy, envy, and jealousy were unknown to his heart. Anyway, this is some of the qualities mentioned.
Yes. So, this Bhakta, Premi Bhakta, manifests all the divine qualities of demigods. Naturally manifest. Yasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarvai gunais tatra samasate sura hara bhaktasya kuto mahaguna swarupena dhāvatu bahi. The example is given that honey bottle, there is honey in the bottle. So, if you leak outside of the body of the bottle, thinking that I will have a taste of honey, it's not going to happen. So all the karmis, non-devotees, are leaking bottle outside. But devotees, they dive into the honey, immerse into honey, taste honey. So, Akinchan Bhakta, Akinchan, without any want, expectation, Akinchan. Pure.
No mix.
Yes. Akinchana. Sarvai Gunai, all the good qualities of demigods. Demigods are defined as Vishnu Bhakta, Bhavedeva, Asuryasu Viparjaya. Asur, Rakshas are completely opposite to Bhaktas.
So, Guru Maharaj, these qualities will manifest on their own. Devotee does not need to work on talking sweet or not being jealous, or it will just happen on its own, manifest on their own.
Yes. And you can
Work on
try
it,
also.
or you have to work on it also.
Try also, you have to become very loving. You have to practice. Without practice, these qualities we don't have, so then we should practice to have. So it's very necessary that we become Sarvai Gunai Tatra Samasate Sura. Sarvai Gunai Tatra Samasate Sura. All the good qualities of demigods manifest, or they work towards that. Yes, practice makes man perfect. Hara bhaktasya kuto mahaguna. And those who are not devotee, kuto mahaguna.
But the main thing is akinchan.
Uh-huh.
The main thing is akinchan, unalloyed devotional service.
Yes. read the translation. This is Srimad Bhagavatam 5:18-12. All the demigods and their exalted qualities such as religion, knowledge, and renunciation becomes manifest in the body of one who has developed unalloyed devotion for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. On the other hand, a person devoid of devotional service and engaged in material activities has no good qualities. Even if he is adept at the practice of mystic yoga or the highest endeavor of maintaining his family and relatives, he must be driven by his own mental speculation and must engage in service of the Lord's external energy, Maya. How can there be any good qualities in such a man? So, this is the second symptoms of a devotee who has attained love of Krishna, that his heart becomes pure. There is no question of cheating somebody or scolding or putting down or any bad call. You like to be around him. He becomes attractive. He attracts everybody towards him. Like Srila Prabhupada, he attracted everybody. He had a power of attraction. So many devotees, so many centers, so much good distribution, etc. Symptoms of Prema Bhakta, third symptoms, Gaur symptoms, the energy of divine quality in a devotee, that we discuss. Fourth one.
In the purport of this text, Srila Prabhupada mentioned all the qualities.
Good, that you read.
He mentions Haridas Pandit, and also Prabhupada mentions Krishnadas Kaviraj lists the following 26 good qualities of a Vaishnava.
Yes. Chase 26 qualities of devotees.
He mentions all that.
So fourth one, absence of selfish desire and soul aspiration for Krishna's happiness. So absence of selfish desire, and all he aspires is Krishna's happiness. A devotee whose heart has awakened with love for Lord Sri Krishna does not desire any form of personal happiness. He desires only the happiness of Lord Krishna. Rudrasur prays to the Lord. So, he does not desire any form of personal happiness. He desires only the happiness of Lord Krishna, that famous story from Gopal Tapani Upanishad about gopis and Krishna's headache. So, gopis did not care about their position, what it will be. They will be going to hell by giving dust or not. They didn't care. All they care is our beloved Krishna can become can become bereft of all these headache. So tat sukhe sukhitvam, tat dukhe dukhitvam, iti priti lakshanam. This is the characteristic of lakshan of pure love, that a lover is interested in happiness of his beloved, her beloved, and not considering his happiness at all, whether I'll go hell or heaven or anything. All I want to see is how my beloved Krishna can become happy. So 6:11:24 Aham Hare Tava Padaikamula Dasanudaso Bhavitasmi Bhuya Mana Smaritasu Pater Gunamschate Grunita Vak Karma Karotu Kaya. Anyways, that little sidetrack. What I used to do is hear Prabhupada's lecture, one lecture on repeat mode, 20 times, 30 times, same lecture over and over, until I get hang of it. The slokas, translation, this, that. So put it on a repeat mode, your machine, and hear it. Like we talked about hearing yesterday, that's hearing is very important. So Vritrasura is praying to Krishna, "Oh my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, will I again be able to be a servant of your eternal servants who find shelter only at your lotus feet? O Lord of my life, may I again become their servant so that my mind may always think of your transcendental attributes. My words always glorify those attributes, and my body always engage in the loving service of your Lordship. So if you want to love me, love my dog." So we are all dogs of Krishna, devotees of Krishna. So, Vritrasura, what? Yes. So tag, this is dog tag. Dog has a tag here, number, I have such and such master. So this is dog tag. I am the servant of Srila Prabhupada, my guru. That's what this means. Somebody asked Prabhupada, "What is this kanti is about?" He says that is Tamal Krishna Maharaj is repeated in his offerings. So he says this is dog tag, that I have such and such master called A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So
so the Yamaraj won't touch us if we have
dog tag. So he says that dasanu daso bhavatasmi bhuya. If I can become lover and servant of your dasanu daso, Gopi Bhartur Padakamala, your dasanu dasa. Not just devotees that we see, but devotee's devotee. If we can become servant of such devotee, dasanu dasa. So this will be our aspiration. Somehow or other I should become the servant of the servant of the servant. If I can become servant of that servant. So many places Krishna himself says, Mad Bhakta Puja Abhyadika. He says, the better my worship than the better worship is worshipping my devotees. So we have to see Krishna's loving relationships with his devotees, how much he loves. Krishna becomes subservient to his devotees. Many examples in Bhagavatam. He shows his love, unconditional love, to gopis and Sudama Vipra, poor Brahman, but he washes his feet when he arrived in Dwarka. He offered ghee lamp. सुदामा विप्र के पैर रोते रोते धोते हैं भगवान. And Rukmini is surprised. What is he doing? So we don't have to forget Gopi Bhartur Padakamayo Das Das. Actually Bhakti starts with the devotion to his devotee, bhakti to his devotees. So we have to create a congenial, nice, loving atmosphere. It's a club. This club, like Lions Club and Rotary Club. So this is also a club. They have artificial love, dance, eat, drink. We have genuine love for each other, not cutting throat of each other. Everybody within ISKCON should feel very safe and loved and smaller the devotee, the bigger devotee he is. The bigger devotees, they think I'm devotees. They think like that. And that's the atmosphere we would like to ideally create. Very rare. So it's like I said, she said also, maybe, that Prabhupada was asked how many pure devotees are there on our planet by Tamal Krishna Maharaj. So Prabhupada says, how many ISKCON devotees are there? How many ISKCON devotees are there? That many pure devotees are there. Because we practice pure devotional service, unalloyed, transcendental, unalloyed no mixture of jnana and karma. Yes, nahi. Jnana and karma, no mixture. Anyabilasa sunyam, jnana karma anavratam. Anukulen Krishna Nusilanam, Bhakti Retreat. No mixture of jnana and karma. False ego. Prabhupada says we should become like a goat in ISKCON temples and working with devotees. We should become like a goat, humble. But we should be like a lion outside. Out there, we should be like a lion.
In India retreat, they promise and they took a vow that we won't quarrel with each other, we won't fight, and we will cooperate. In the retreat, they took that.
Yes.
The India retreat?
Yes.
So Vrutrasura here says, let me become devotee of your devotee, of your devotee, of your devotees. Let me serve them. He didn't say directly, I want to serve you. He didn't say. He said, Das anudaso bhavitasmi bhuya. Second line. Dasanudaso bhavitasmi bhuya. So this is the characteristic of a devotee. Absence of self-desire and sole aspiration for Krishna's happiness. Then fifth one that manifests in devotee's heart is sweetness. He becomes so sweet when there is some nice sweet cheesecake. She knows how to make bhavya. She's been to our class maybe. Astasaki, cheesecake, sweetness. The nature of love for the Lord is supremely sweet and realizable. Supremely. You like to be around Krishna. He makes whole atmosphere around him totally transcendental, spiritual. And you like recreate that kind of atmosphere within our society. So the nature of love for Lord is supremely sweet and realizable, just as the nature of a mango is sweetness. Its sweetness does not depend on anything else. Similarly, the nature of divine love for Lord is inherent sweetness. It attracts sweetness. Divine love of Krishna attracts sweetness. It is self-manifest and does not depend on any external factor. If somebody has created immense pure love for Krishna, then their devotee cannot be hide. It will manifest. Everybody will recognize that he has developed his love for Krishna, to whatever extent it may be. But that love of Krishna, sweetness, will manifest in his heart. and he becomes attractive. Symptoms of Prema Bhakti, sixth one and last one, and very important one. Deep affection and intimate relationship in the lover. In the heart of a loving devotee, deep affection for Sri Krishna arises. So in the heart of a devotee who is loving, deep affection for Sri Krishna arises. Suppose somebody comes here in front and start blasting Krishna. How would you feel? How would you feel?
All the Vigrahas will kill him.
What?
All the Vigrahas will kill him.
Yes. So we'll be totally devastated because he's blasting. So that love is there already in our heart, but it may be minute in quantity. It may be beginning. It may be little more than beginners. But that's what Prabhupada was saying. How many pure devotees? Is how many ISKCON devotees? ISKCON devotees, they have love of Krishna in their heart to a certain degree. Maybe some have little, some have more, some have more, different gradation. But the love is there in every single ISKCON devotee's heart for Krishna. Yeah.
At Juhu temple, they was taking the Diti away, and one devotee came in front and she said, "You kill me first, then you can touch the Diti."
Yeah, the Bombay temple went through quite many, fights with and
In the beginning.
Huh?
In the beginning.
In the beginning, of course, Lord Narasimhadev came and finished the case. So, you create intense, loving affection for Krishna. Intense, loving affection. That means, let me get into Hindi for proper words. Mamata and Mamata and intense possessiveness, those two qualities. प्रेम में प्रगाढ़ ममता. So you become a lover of Krishna and somebody is blaspheming Krishna. So without rebellion, you will start crying because you're helpless and somebody is blaspheming Krishna. So that intense possessiveness, Krishna is mine, Krishna is mine, my baby, Krishna is just like mother has an intense love for a baby child. So if somebody offend the child by beating, by scolding, by cheating, whatever, the mother can tolerate that. Mamata, my child. So mother cannot tolerate that. bear example is given that bear, North Pole, the white bear, whatever bear, and a cub child, and bear, in between you try to pass, bear will kill you, thinking that he will hurt my baby. Bear cannot tolerate that thinking, cannot tolerate. So similarly, if somebody says something about Prabhupada bad, about some devotee bad thing, about Krishna Radharani, something bad, it immediately pinches your heart because you have intense mamata, possessiveness. Krishna is mine. Krishna is mine. So this is the external symptoms of love of Krishna. Pragad mamata or Ghana Sambandh, and very intense, tight relationship with Krishna that manifests in our heart automatically. Intense relationship. Krishna, Ghana Sambandh means Krishna is mine and not yours. He is my property. Is Mere to Girdhar Gopal. Intense possessiveness and intense relationship. So that's the characteristic of pure love of Krishna. So these six, and now we are going to enter into how to attain this pure love of Krishna. What are the different steps? How you can reach the top goal. So Ado Shraddha, who knows this sloka? Who knows this sloka? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5%. We are 5%. So you have to memorize this sloka in order to reach the top. The top is Krishna Prema. But it starts with Shraddha. Ado means Suruvat. Ado means beginning. Ado Guru Pad Asraya. In devotional service, the first step is Guru Pad Asraya. You have to take shelter of a Guru. Ado Shraddha. Sevanmukhe Jiva Ado. The devotional service starts with Jiva Ado, by tongue. It begins with tongue. Ado means begin. So Ado Suruvat Shraddha. It begins with Shraddha. So Shraddha is defined as Shraddha Sabde Vishwas Kare Sudhrada Nischay Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Hai. Shraddha Sabde Vishwas Kare Sudhrada Nischay. Very strong determination. Shraddha Sabde. In other words, strong determination. A strong faith in Krishna's words. Shraddha Sabde Vishwas. Sabda, Krishna's Sabda. Krishna's teachings. Shraddha Sabde Vishwas Kare. Sudhrada Nischay. With a strong determination. He has full faith in teachings of Lord Krishna, Prabhupada, Guru, Vaishnavas, textbooks such as Gita Bhagavad. So strong, Shraddha Sabde, Sabde Vishwas Kare. Srudara Nischay, and strong determination, with strong determination. And what is that strong determination? That Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Hari. That if I engage myself in transcendental, unalloyed devotional service to Krishna, then automatically all other work, all other responsibility, everything else will flourish. There won't be any lacking. Longing, I don't have this, I don't have that. No longing. Shraddha Sabde Vishwas Kare. So Dhrada Nischay. What is the Nischay? That Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Hai. By performing transcendental loving devotional service to Krishna, all my so-called responsibilities will be automatically executed. So that is Shraddha. Shraddha, that famous story Prabhupada says, I think it is from Upanishad, if I am not wrong. He says story about Narada Muni. He was going to Vaikuntha. So he met one chamar, one cobbler, and he said, my dear sir, where are you going? He said, I'm going Vaikuntha. Oh, good. Can you please ask my Lord or see what my Lord is doing? So,
Who's going
little ahead.
Narad Muni asked. Cobbler asked. The cobbler asked Narad.
Cobbler asked Narada Muni, can you please see what my Lord is doing? So same thing, little further ahead, he saw one Brahman, a Chamar and Brahman. So Brahman asked, where are you going, my dear sir? He says, I'm going Vaikuntha. He says, oh, that's good. Can you ask my Lord, can you see what my Lord is doing in Vaikuntha? And when can I go back to Godhead? Ask him, when can I go back to Godhead? So Narada Muni went to Vaikuntha, come back again, and he Vasudev, I am in the middle of a lecture. I will call you, okay? मैं आपको फोन करता हूँ. धन्यवाद. So Narada Muni came back and came to Brahman, and Brahman asked what my Lord was doing. He said, your Lord was passing elephant through the needle hole of a needle. So Brahman say, oh, why you are bluffing? This is impossible. There's a needle of a hole, hole of a needle and a big huge elephant. How it can be possible? No enough So then he went to cobbler Mochi, and he asked Narad Muni. Narad Muni said, yes, your Lord was passing big elephant through the hole of a needle. And he will go back to home, back to Godhead immediately after this lifetime. And Brahmana, he told, it will take many years for you to go back to home, back to Godhead. So anyway, that cobbler started dancing. Oh, see, my Lord was passing big, huge elephant through the hole of a needle. It is not impossible for him. If he can put a big, gigantic banyan tree in a small little seed, he can, what is it, big deal about passing an elephant from a hole of a needle. So he started jumping. And Ramani said that this is your last birth. So this is Shraddha. This is called Shraddha. That we should have firm faith that we are in Krishna's hand, we are in Prabhupada's hand, and we are in Vaishnava's hand. So, why we are having best of the both worlds. We are enjoying beautiful life here, and we will enjoy beautiful life in Golok. So we have best of the both worlds. Somebody asked Prabhupada, that Prabhupada, you are chanting Hare Krishna all day, and what if there is no God? You're chanting, but there is no God. He says, but my life is beautiful, chanting, dancing, feasting, and with nice devotees around me, nice people around me, and everything, money is flowing in, and my life is beautiful even now. Well, after I die, whatever is whatever. But what if there is God? Then he will go to the hell, and we will be promoted to Golok Vrindavan. What if there is God? So we have best of the both worlds. We are blissful, enjoying, and every day, new day for us, beautiful day for us. Such a nice life. Huh? Yes. संत ने आठे पौर आनंद, संत सदा दिवाली आठे पौर आनंद. ओझे वत्ते सब दुखी, लेकिन सुखी हरि का दास. कोई तन दुखी, ओ मेरी ओल्ड एज, मुझे इंजेक्शन लेना पड़ता है, वर्कआउट करना पड़ता है. What a life. दुखी कोई तन दुखी, कोई मन दुखी, मन उदास. कोई तन दुखी, कोई मन दुखी, कोई धन भी न रहा तो उदास. आप लोगों को ये तकलीफ नहीं है, धन भी न रहा तो उदास. ओछे वत्ते सब दुखी, लेकिन सुखी हरि का दास. By little or small or big way, everybody is distressful, pressure. Everybody is working under pressure. Such a pitiable condition. Poor Americans. Poor Indian Americans. They left big khajana, kingdom, beautiful Bharata Bhumiti Haila Manushya Janma. It's a very beautiful birth in India. But anyway, we were that lucky to go back India and wind up in Vrindavan. You can also Tana dukhi, mana dukhi, dhana bin rahat udas, oche vatte sab dukhi, lekin sukhi hai ka das. If you become a devotee, everywhere you will be very, very good to hell or heaven. You will be chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Be happy. Mr. Happy. So this is Shraddha. So we have to have strong faith. And we are not even in darkness. So much education we are given. Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedant, Bhakti Sarvabhaum, and so and so. We are not keeping everybody in darkness. We also do the same thing. A busy devotee can do one more thing. A busy guy, a busy servant can do one more thing. So they, makichus, we are also doing the same thing, but our process is Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam. The more seva you do, the more you get bliss. Satisfying, very satisfying. So that is Shraddha. Shraddha Sadhya Vishwas Kare, Sudrida Nischay, Krishna Bhakti Kaile, Sarva Karma Krita Hai. Tada Sadhu Sangha. After developing some faith, we automatically like to associate with devotees, like-minded devotees. So we have to know like-minded devotees, who is like-minded and who is not like-minded. But even in that, we are given advice. You should associate with like-minded devotees. So, Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastri Koi, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha. So, yes, so you never miss retreat. Retreat, our retreat means this retreat, and retreat organized by other ISKCON devotees. There was Sadhu Sangha retreat in Florida this year. So, beautiful association of 2,000 devotees. Nice. 4,000. Every year it increases and there is no room.
Yes.
Same day it happened in London.
Not even one day now. Even faster than that. Hours.
Such a nice, beautiful life. For a devotee, it's festival every day. Every day is a festival. Every day. So, Sadhu Sangha, quality Sadhu Sangha, like-minded Sadhu Sangha. And Sadhu, quality we describe with Sadhu, sober person. Sadhu. Sadhu means he has to be Krishna's unalloyed devotees. Krishna's, not others. Sadhu Reva Samantavya Samyak Vyavasito Visaha Apichet Suduracharo Bhajate Mamana Nibhak. Even a Jagan se Jagan, even a very abominable, abominable work, he performed, but he is unalloyed. मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई, just Krishna's devotee, Krishna. That kind of devotee is called sadhu. Why? Because Kshipram Bhavati Dharmatma. Soon he will become Dharmatma, a pure devotee. Kshipram Bhavati Dharmatma. Sasvat Santim Nigacchati. Kaunteya Pratijani Name Bhakta Pranasati. My devotees never perishes. So that is sadhu. And we have to find out the more elevated devotees than ourselves and associate with him. Elevated devotees. So sadhu. Sadhu means Krishna's devotee, unalloyed devotee. Tata bhajana kriya. So after the sadhu sangha, it automatically leads you into bhajan kriya, Krishna's transcendental loving service, bhajan. Whether it is in solitary place or in your home or wherever, you engage yourself into bhajan. Bhajan means your own sadhana, chanting, dancing, feasting, remembering, reading, hearing. So this is bhajan kriya. Bhajan kriya means your own, not in the sadhusam, bhajan kriya. Tato anartha nivrutti syat. Tato anartha. Let's see what written here, otherwise we will. Okay, you read? Where's the microphone? Sarvapratham Saddha. Oh, English. English.
I can read Hindi.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Okay.
In the beginning, there must be faith. Then one becomes interested in associating with pure devotees. Thereafter, one is initiated by the spiritual master and executes the regulative principles under his orders. Thus, one is freed from all unwanted habits and becomes firmly fixed in devotional service. Thereafter, one develops taste and attachment. This is the way of sadhana bhakti, the execution of devotional service according to the regulative principles. Gradually, emotions intensify, and finally, there is an awakening of love. This is the gradual development of love of Godhead for the devotee interested in Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Shraddha. Read Shraddha.
In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 22.62, it is said, Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kahe Shutrade Nishchaya Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Kritya Haya. Shraddha is confident, firm faith that by rendering transcendental loving service to Krishna, one automatically performs all subsidiary activities. Such faith is favorable to the discharge of devotional service. The story of the cobbler and the Brahmana illustrates this principle.
Shraddha.
Shraddha. The gradual development of faith in a sincere spiritual aspirant is as follows. First, he develops firm faith in the words of the scriptures, the Guru, the saints, and Krishna.
Yes, so Shraddha means to have a firm faith that all these three are my well-wisher, and to put to accept as it is the words of Krishna, Shastra, and Guru. So that is firm faith. Firm Shraddha means to develop our firm faith in Scripture, Krishna, and Guru, devotees. So that's the definition of Shraddha.
Then he becomes inclined to follow the instructions of the scriptures, meaning he renounces actions that are against scriptural injunctions. After that, he becomes free from greed for material gains such as wealth, worship, profit, prestige, and fame. Next, he becomes cautious not to disrespect exalted personalities and spiritual masters. Thereafter, he begins to nourish his devotional practices such as hearing and chanting. Then he accepts a spiritual master, takes shelter at his lotus feet, and benefits from his association.
So there is Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha.
साधु संग कृष्ण भक्ति जन्म मूल है साधु संग कृष्ण प्रेम जन्म तेनो पुनः मुख्य अंग श्री चैतन्य चरित्रामृत मध्य लीला 22.83. The root cause of devotional service to Lord Krishna is association with advanced devotees. Even when one's dormant love for Krishna awakens, association with devotees is still most essential.
So, Bhagavatam's first question in the first chapter is Kena Atma Samprasiddhati. How a living entity can become totally blissful, peaceful, happy. So the answer is Savai Punso Paro Dharmo Yado Bhaktir Adoksaje Aitukya Pratihata Ya Atma Samprasiddhati. So Yato Bhakti Adoksaje should be uninterrupted and motivated. So that Bhakti Janma Mool Hoy Sadhu Sangha. So that Bhakti can manifest in our heart if we associate with devotees, Sadhu Sangha. So, Krishna Prem Janme Teho Puna Mukhyanga. So, Sadhu Sangha is very necessary because it is the Sadhu Sangha is the mother of Bhakti. And Bhakti can satisfy the soul completely. Bhakti can satisfy. So, read further.
A spiritual aspirant should recognize and associate as much as possible with pure devotees. Tatha chashrit guru charnasya tasya jigyasyaman sada charasya तशिष्यात एव सजात्यस्य स्निग्ध भक्ति अभिज्ञ साधु संग भाग्योदय माधुर्य कदम्बिनी द्वितीयामृत वृष्टि. Once faith has awakened, one attains the association of saints. Thereafter, one takes shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord's dearmost devotee, the spiritual master, from whom one receives instruction, initiation and guidance in devotional practices. Through training in proper conduct and behavior, one becomes blessed with the association of affectionate, like-minded, and realized devotees on the path of bhakti.
Like-minded. Yes. I think 10:30 is stop now. Huh? 10:30. Huh? Coming close. So why don't we open floor for question and answer? Huh? 10:30 comes down. Okay, any question anybody else before we become?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, thank you so much for the wonderful lecture. Maharaj, trying to understand how among all the other symptoms, I was trying to understand how important is it to build satisfaction, how to feel satisfaction in the heart. That I'm thinking that may help develop some of those qualities. Because even after Krishna has given so many things, there is always this anxiety and insatisfaction and desire to achieve more. Is there any guidance?
So better, yes. Better, yes. Everybody please sit down. So we have to become strong Krishna's devotees. We have to depend on Krishna. Under all circumstances, Krishna will protect me. So all these things becomes very insignificant, and you emerge out of happiness by serving Lord. So remain steady in bhakti. That's desirable. Steady in bhakti, no matter what. So, another question?
Guru Maharaj, thank you for explaining this quality. So I had this doubt on the qualities. One of the quality was equal to all, and equal to all.
Equal to all.
So do you want to go a little bit more in detail? What does that equal to all means?
Equal to all.
Meaning devotee versus non-devotee as well. So is he equal to both of them?
Well, you have to become a little smart dealing with non-devotees and inner devotees. Smartness means we should take the association of devotees and give up the association of non-devotees, because we want to progress in devotional life. So, birds of the same feather flocks together. So we should become one of those birds and flock together with devotees. Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Hai. So by rendering devotional service, we can attain everything. We have to be very, very steady and be at it with devotion to Krishna. We have to put blinders Girdhara Gopal. Those are blinders. All I want is Krishna and Krishna's devotees, prema. So that's the bottom line. We have to become firm. Never leave Krishna consciousness and devotees. Sometimes devotees, you think devotees are giving me trouble, but their trouble is better than trouble given by non-devotees, karmis. So we should have firm faith in Krishna consciousness and associate with like-minded devotee. That will solve problem. Any other question?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. So one question is when we are trying to preach to someone, so here the first process is those Shraddha, like firm faith is the first step. So how to instill that firm faith, or at least preach in such a way that the firm faith starts in someone whom we are
So
preaching
you
to?
become a good friend, best well-wisher to him, and good friend, and soft, loving. So that will attract him. You will be attractive to him. So become best friend and preach slowly and gradually about Krishna consciousness. The first thing is that you may have to become humble. He will have to pour out 5 kilos of your blood before you can make him a devotee. It's so much, takes. Chaitanya Deva knows. Anyway, it's difficult. But even though we are going against the current of a river, the Maya flowing this way, and everybody wants to swim that way, but we are swimming against the current. Devotion to Krishna. Maya, no devotion to Krishna. So we are flowing against the current. So it takes lots of patience, perseverance, and humility. Prabhupada says it takes buckets of blood to make one devotee. So we have to be ready to give that kind of quality time. It takes a lot of time from you.
I talked to Tripurari Maharaj. He was distributing books. So I said, Maharaj, how do you do? I said to Maharaj, how you do so much books at the airport? He said, whenever I talk to someone, I think he's my best friend. So in his heart, Krishna is there. So he reciprocates with me, and then he takes the book.
Okay?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, my question is all the 9 stages, 9 steps. So we should focus on 9 steps, or we should focus only on chanting, and the chanting will lead us to those 9 steps. Because
So the chanting is within that 9 steps. Bhajana Kriya. Bhajana Kriya means chanting nice rounds. So it is within that. You understand? The chanting is Bhajana Kriya. Any other question? Yes.
हरे कृष्णा गुरु महाराज। गुरु महाराज, मैंने ये कई लेक्चर्स में सुना है कि हमें साधु संग करना चाहिए, और साधु वो हैं जो कृष्ण का नाम लेते हैं। और कुछ लेक्चर्स में मैंने ये सुना है कि हमें उन डिवोटीज का संग देखना चाहिए जो हमसे एडवांस्ड है। तो हमें ये डिफ्रेंशिएशन क्यों करना है कि कौन एडवांस है या कौन नहीं है?
Because we are not at that level yet where Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastine. We are not at the stage, at that stage. To come to that stage, we have to discriminate. You know that sloka, Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastine Sunichaiva Supakecha Pandita Sandarsina. Sandarsh, whether it is a killer of a cow, Vidya, or he is a learned scholar, Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavi, cow, Hastine, elephant. Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastine Sunichaiva Supakecha. Supak means Chandal. Sunichaiva. Sunichaiva is called? Anybody know Sunichaiva? What is Sunichaiva Supakecha? Pandita, huh?
Swapak is dog eater. Swapacha.
Yeah, but Sunichaiva. Anyway, all this Pandita Samdarsana, pure devotee is Samdarsh. He sees soul within them and not their bad quality. But we are not at that stage yet. Then we have to discriminate. We should discriminate. Any other question?
I have a follow-up question on that, Maharaj. So this discrimination, how does this help us? The discrimination.
How does that help us?
Yeah.
Yes, it helps us if you equate Chandala with Brahmana, and they are not same. But by mistake you equate them. That is your mistake. You may have a bad result. You say Brahmana, Chandala, you go to Chandala, now you say, hey Brahmana, this and that, whatever. He will reject that. And to Brahman, if you say, hey Chandal, what is this hymns you are singing or whatever. So Brahman, if you address him Chandal, is not a good idea. So we have to be very intelligent.
Suni is dog. So
Huh?
Sunicha is a dog. And then
Suni
is dog. Dog.
Dog. Sunicha, okay, Suni.
Sunicha and Suni, dog and dog eater.
Dog and dog eater. Sopak. Yes. So we have to discriminate in the beginning. Then we will want to see everybody equal level. But first we have to discriminate. Any other question? Okay. No question is, yeah. Shout.
Quick and short, Guru Maharaj. So we were just talking about firmness and the lack of firmness, nishtha and anishtha. But then there may be an in-between stage where a devotee is firm for, let's just say, 2 years, then he went through some bad time, he lost the firmness, then again firm, then ups and downs. So is that also considered equally good, the firmness that the devotee had, or do you reach a stage of firmness where you always remain firm, and that's what you should be trying to attain? So once you reach that firm state, you will never come to a anishtha state. Is that the way to think about it? Is that how to understand this, Guru Maharaj?
Yes, yes. We should be firm, having firm faith. Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Hai. If you are firm in Krishna Bhakti, automatically reverse will be a reverse का उल्टा क्या है? Reverse. Forward. Reward. Forward. So, yeah, it will come.
So we should try to attain that level of firmness, that you never change, or then you will never go to the reverse side of it.
Yes.
That should be your level.
Nishtha. Nishtha means firm faith. Adhu srada tata sadhu sangha bhajan kriya tata nishtha ruchis tata. Nishtha. So nishtha means firm faith. Even in reverse, we have firm faith. So we should have that firm faith. What is that firm faith? Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Hai. By performing devotional service, all duties of mind will be automatically fulfilled. So that is firm faith.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for the wonderful class. Maharaj, how can we become more serious?
How can you become more serious?
Yes, how can we become more serious and not become complacent in Krishna consciousness? Also, there are so many distractions with the phone, so many other things that, take up our time. So how can we have that firmness of resolve? Because you want to do so many things and then sometimes you give in to temptations.
So we should remember during Hare Krishna, we should remember during whatever we are doing that after this I have to go back to my practices of Krishna consciousness. So that should be in the back of our mind. So that means we are prioritize Krishna consciousness over anything and everything. We should be, okay, I have to do this half an hour, but well, let me do it, I go to visit, and I'll go back to Krishna practices. So, yeah, if you can hear. So, we should be always remembering Krishna and his loving devotees. We should be always dwelling in that rather than forgetting. Let me forget half an hour. But in half an hour we'll say, let me finish this half an hour and I'm again back to devotion or whatever, chanting, dancing, feasting, cooking, cleaning, whatever. Best advice is if you can hear others, Tatsunu, Suruat. We have to maximize our hearing. Prabhupada lectures, maximize. And everybody can do that. They can maximize hearing. Everything will reveal, everything. If you hear Prabhupada, everything will be very crystal clear to you. because you have very little time for reading, then hear. But that hearing, and if you have little time for hearing, then just chant. Just don't worry about anything and everything, reading, writing, hearing, this, that. Chant Hare Krishna mantra, 16 minimum, nice rounds. If you can do 64, if you can do 128, whatever. That's everything, chanting. Yes, avartha kalatvam, namagani sadaruchi. Everything boils down into chanting Hare Krishna. Nice round, pure holy name. We can work on that. That's the best. Okay, I guess well time over.
When we go to Dubai, there's one devotee's house. Every house something is going on, even in the kitchen, bathroom, room. So wherever you go, you hear something. So Krishna conscious. So it's very nice.
Even
Even at night they keep it on.
Even wherever we had apartment, house, this, that, we had central speaker system. Let Prabhupada go on day and night, isn't it?
Only in Vrindavan because you don't stay there, so you
But still we have
put it in the kitchen.
all rooms are. But hearing is, and if you don't want to hear, the last thing and best thing is chant Hare Krishna. Because that is your dharma, and Krishna is his holy name, and we are worshipping holy name by mouth and tongue. So chant Hare Krishna. That's the simplest answer to all questions. Chant Hare Krishna. Why? Because it is stated in all scriptures. It's so much stress chanting for this day and age.
Without hearing, the taste will not come.
That is true, but those who have developed the taste, all that remains at the end is chanting holy name. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejantante kalevaram sadatad bhava bhavita. So Krishna comes. Kap vata pitta mad bhakta yadi mad bhakta yadi na smarit aham smaranama mad bhakta niyate dhamma paramam. Yes. So at the time of death also, if you don't remember, chant Hare Krishna or remember Krishna. But Krishna says, I don't forget my devotees. I come personally and take him back to home, back to God. Niyate, Swadham, something. I take him back to home, back to God. So we should be that kind of devotee. That kind of devotee. Such a nice life. You get best of the both worlds. Best of the both.
But that is only for a person who has developed love of God. Right?
That sloka?
Because Rishabdev's Bhagavatam says, Priti na yavan mai vasudeva nam uchyate deha yogena tavat. Right? Evam manaha karma vasampa. So it says that, therefore until one has love for Lord Vasudeva, who is none other than myself, he is certainly not delivered from having to accept the material body again and again. So, how do we? He said, Rishabdev, his own son Bharat Maharaj had to take birth again.
Anyway, I can't comment on them because I have to read.
It says, Pritir na yavan mai Vasudeva. Until as you have Priti for Vasudeva, na muchyate deha yogena tavat. You have to keep taking birth till you have love of God. That means the first qualification to go back is that you should have love of God.
Of course.
So maybe you devil.
Mad Bhakta, not just Marid. Mad Bhakta means
pure devotee.
yes. So Krishna is so compassionate towards his devotees. Very compassionate. He has more love for devotee than devotee loves him. So thank you very much. I guess I went a little over time. And next is you have to take your prescribed amount of time. Thank you.
We'll speak on that.
Hare Krishna. There's one announcement. There's one of the devotee. He lost his chanting bead bag. Found it?
Got it. We also bought it for him, Mala.